All right, guys, it's Greg again, and I made a video of you guys for you guys to show you how you could do a short, and it ended up being a really awesome short, about 15, I think 15, almost 20%. If you got in at 193, which I didn't, but you could have taken advantage of this short entering in. I showed you on the last video. If you haven't seen it, go back to show you what I did. So now, I think it's getting up, uh, closing up here. So now what's going to happen? Kusama, the reason, Kusama is a volatile asset, but it's actually really good to trade because it makes nice waves. And they're nice and deep waves both ways, going up and down, and they're easy to identify. So that's why I like it, like trading Kusama, guys. So, but here's the deal. This obviously turned out to be a five-wave impulse down. It went up on its correction to the golden pocket. And so now here's the deal. There's going to be another trade that you guys can get into. And in my opinion, this is even going to be safer. Here's your 1-2. Okay, this is either going to be A, B, C. So now you got a C wave you can play with. But this wave is going to be as big as this wave, more than likely. So if you just take the length of this wave is going to go down to probably the high 150s at a minimum, just by doing that. But now it's coming down, and Kusama is going to bounce, and it bounces pretty high. So, all right, guys. And I expect it to bounce probably, it bounced a pretty good amount there, it bounced a pretty good amount there, it bounced a way amount there. So it's going to bounce pretty good. You enter out of your trade right here, okay? And then you can re-enter in if you want. You can stay in it if you want. You don't want to go through that hassle. That's fine too. But anyhow, let's say, for example, the wave is going to end right there at the yellow trend line. So now you have another opportunity, because it's going to do likely something like this, 1-2, and it's going to come down for 3-4, something like that. And Kusama's waves are really, really deep, so it's going to be like this, probably something like that. And let's say it ends right there. You're going to take your fib retracement and do the same thing again. Say it ends right there. You're going to take your fib retracement. You're going to make your box 0.55 to 0.78, just like that. And you know that it's going down. Now you have double confirmation. 5-wave up, it went to a 5-wave, it's going to do a correction, and then it's going to do a 3rd wave down. This is actually, in my opinion, even safer trade than entering in here or entering here. This is the most safe because you have your confirmation of your impulse down, and now you're going to go into your 3rd wave after the bounce. And you can turn this around, and if you want to play that long, you can. I don't suggest it. You can do it though. You can do it. It's gonna go up pretty good. Probably back up to 184 is my guess. Maybe even to 186 or something like that from probably 174 or somewhere thereabouts. It's at 175 right now. Depends on how deep it goes. So then you have your setup right there. It's usually on these two. You can leave this on, just so you have those targets. If you take it, it's such a low time frame right now, it's not a big deal. See, it doesn't change much. So you can use it on log or without log, doesn't matter when you're on such low time frames. And then it's going to rocket. It's going to rocket probably pretty good back up. Of course, I said before, when you do these trades, you have to pay attention to BTC. Now, BTC was cooperating pretty good today with Kusama, but so I didn't trade as much as I wanted to. I wanted to see a little bit more towards the downside on BTC to feel more comfortable that I knew for sure it was going into an impulse wave. So I didn't enter in as much as I'd like to. But now that I know for sure this is going to come up, and I can ride this 3rd wave down now. So what kind of targets? Let's say it ends right there. Let's go look for some targets. Now, be conservative on these targets. Don't go overzealous on these targets. Let's say it comes up to 187. So you should have at least a target right there of 164. So somewhere around 186 to maybe even 164. And you want to start looking at 138, because sometimes things don't go. You have to realize things don't go according to plan. So you have to have a window. You have to have a window, like something like that, where you want to be looking at taking that out. Okay, so and then you guys want to know on stop loss. Well, remember the last video that I showed you, I'm going to take this off. Your stop loss, when it starts coming up into the high 180s, you can, depend on how, you know, how much risk you want, you could set it there at, 191, or you could set it up to 193. So your loss right now would be 2.5 to 3% with a potential gain of, say, 11, maybe 12, and maybe even as deep as near 13. And then if you ride it all the way down, it could be as much as 15%. It's just all going to depend. I'm just giving the estimates right now. But this was a really good trade today, and I suspect this wave is going to be more aggressive than this wave, possibly this wave right here. So this is going to be a really good trade. I'll be looking up for that setup, guys. So thanks for watching my video. Peace.